So, what's up, guys? So this is episode 9 of Paranormal Adventures. It's absolutely nuts that it's crazy to me that in 4 weeks, not counting this episode, in 4 weeks, we will be done with season 5, which is absolutely nuts. Next week will be the last episode, last brand new experience. And then my 3 is going to be my 3 favorite houses that I talked about throughout the entire show. Actually 6 probably. So in this episode I'm going to actually talk about the craziest experience I have ever told on the Real Paranormal Stories and this channel. Because next episode is going to actually talk about a brand new experience I plan on talking about on Real Paranormal Stories, and then talking about it also on here. So this is the episode that was the longest I've ever done of Paranormal Adventures, and this may be pretty long too, I don't know. This is very unusual for me. I've never had this happen before, but I actually filmed everything last night, so I was like, why don't I just film? Because usually what I would do is I would do 2 days, usually it's Thursday and Friday, take Saturday off, and then I film on Sunday and Monday. That way I don't have to film for 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks off. This is the first time that I filmed everything in one day, because I didn't really have anything to do, and they're a lot easy to film. So I was like, you know what, why don't I just film the other week and be completely done? Because the next week it's very, very busy, because I have to film. I'm going to wait probably till Sunday to film. Let me see. I film a movie but obviously, so this bulk of videos would go between the 14th to the 20th. And so when I film, it'll be the 17th when I film the next time. And I'll be filming the Corn Maze Mystery 3. I will be filming now I will not be filming for, I'll be filming on the 17th, and those videos will go out between the 21st and 27th. And then the next week's will be the 28th to the 3rd. And then that time when I film, which will be the 2nd, the 31st and the 2nd and the 1st of October to November, I will be filming the new movie. But I still have to film. I'll be filming Corn Maze Mystery 3. I'll be doing a Halloween special for Horrifying Nights, and then a Halloween special for The Masked Man. And then I will be filming. I'll be doing a special for this series as its first Halloween marathon, where I'm going to get my 5 favorite episodes I've ever recorded of the show, put them together, making a nice hour and 30 minutes, and that's going to be way easy, just picking out 5 episodes. And then I'm going to be doing the same for Real Paranormal Stories. And then what else did I have planned? Because I wrote it all down. And so let's see. We have. Yeah, so we have Real Paranormal Stories Halloween Marathon. We have Horrified Nights, Man the Man Span, Cornet's Mystery 3. And then I think that is it. Yeah, because all of these are specials and stuff. So yeah, I have those. So I have, 3 brand new things I have to film, which is obviously the only 3 things I have to film. The next time will be obviously all the main videos, and then I will have to do. So like that first week will be very, very, very busy because I have to do, the 2 Halloween specials, the 2 marathons, and then Cornet's Mystery 3. But those 3, the 2 Halloween and Corn Maze, are the only new things I have to film. And then obviously the next time will be when every single show comes back except Shadow. That'll be the only one that will be on what to expect. And the universe will be up, obviously. So yeah. So that's gonna be pretty big. So this experience. This is the craziest experience I've ever had until a few weeks ago, because that scared me the most. This one I never felt any violence, like violent activity, like malevolent. The experience I plan on telling in episode 10 was malevolent in some way that I've never felt before. So we were sitting down here. I was sitting down here FaceTiming. We'd already been FaceTiming for around 2 hours now. It was around 12, and all of a sudden my hoodie that was on my my poker table that I use as my table, basically as a second living room, because I do everything down here. So, and then it was on the chair, but it was in a way that it was not going to fall unless it was pushed or the chair was moved. Well, for some reason, I don't understand why, it fell. Obviously, I jumped. I explained what happened. And so I put it on the table. And I'll get back to that a little bit later. So, all of a sudden, there's this on both, on Carly's end, at her house, which was Carly, Marie, Jamie, and my fiance. They were all home, and I was like, okay, and there's a huge crash, but it also happened, that same crash sound happened on Matt, Mike, Jennifer, and Sarah's end as well. And I was like, so everybody jumped, they went down the stairs, and all the silverware was on the floor. So while they were picking it up, Carly put the phone in a way that I could see them and the dog. I could see the dog just barely at the corner of the screen. And I noticed Gizmo staring. No, it was Brownie. I noticed Brownie staring straight at the basement door. And I was like, guys, and they're like, what? I'm like, why is Brownie looking towards the basement? And so they all go down, and the basement door is open, which the basement door is always closed because they don't like the animals going down there. So they look down there, and they see something move from left to right, because the way the basement is, a perfect example is that if you've ever seen the movie Conjuring, it's like that, where it's straight down and you have to turn to the right, or you'll hit the wall. Well, they see something go from left to right. So they go downstairs. They turn on the light. There's nothing down there. Well, they're about to go back up the stairs when the door slams shut. Now, I guess you could explain that away with the dog, maybe. But the crazy thing is that the dog wasn't growling at any point. So they're about to go upstairs when the light turns off. And then they hear... Oh my god. I heard this, and everybody heard this. They heard footsteps, because they were all on the stairs. Carly, Marie, Jamie, my fiance, were all on the stairs. About 4 steps away from being... being right by the door. And Carly was trying to open the door, but it wouldn't budge. And they hear something coming up the stairs, coming closer, closer, and closer, until they finally... The door opens, and you hear the steps fading away, like going back. So they all sit, but when they go back over, everything's back on the ground again. So then, all of a sudden, the dogs run up the stairs and they start growling. So they run up there, and they look, they don't see anything. Their door is closed, which they kept it open, obviously, because obviously they heard. And the door is closed now. They go to the door, and all of a sudden, the door will open, and you hear the footsteps again, but it's coming from the stairs leading to their bedroom, or all the rooms upstairs. So they're like, okay, what the hell is going on? So they finally get into their room. The steps get closer and closer and closer. And right next to the door. But then the footsteps go away. But on my end, I'm like, okay, so obviously nothing's gonna happen to me. When all of a sudden my hoodie that was on the table, in the middle of the table, I put it right next to the middle of the table, falls. And that's when I start freaking out. And all of a sudden I hear footsteps coming down my damn stairs. Coming down the stairs. And I'm like, what the hell? So I start getting the chills, goosebumps, and all that stuff. And footsteps get closer and closer and closer to me. Until on Marie, Jennifer, Mike, and Matt's house, in their end of the FaceTime, some books fall. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? Now, my theory after that, was that it was storming on all of our ends. It was storming at their house. Now, all of us live in different states. Mike, Matt, Jennifer, and Sarah live in Florida. They all room together. Jennifer, Marie, Carly, and my fiance, they all room together, and they live in Texas and Oklahoma. Their house is in Oklahoma because they're all roommates. And I live in Indiana. So we're all... but it was all storming. It was storming in each place that we live at. And it was storming very hard. And on 2 of the 3 ends, the power kept on going in and out. But all of a sudden the lights go out, but they look out and it's only their house, which is weird. But then all the lights turn on, and that was basically it. So next week I'm gonna give you guys the scariest experience that's ever happened to any of us, and go on from there. So that's it. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.